All right, welcome to DeanBodi Show. DeanBodi Show. Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome to DeanBodi Show. Let's get this show kicked off on the right foot. Who's the good girl? Good girl, Bodi. Good girl. Good girl, Bodi. She's the best girl in the world. Oh yeah. DeanBodi.com, 800-878-9698, Bodi hotline, fun line. Call the Bodi line, say something nice to Bodi. She's waiting for you. She's the greatest. She's the good girl. She's the best girl in the whole world. DeanBodi.com is the website. We got the links on there. Want to get you over to the podcast, Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. We're on all the platforms. The other link will get you over to the YouTube channel, DeanBodi space show, YouTube channel. What's going on out there? We're having a great day over here, DeanBodi. Thunderstorm yesterday. Holy moly, we got stuck in the rain again. So, we had a major... Let me tell you something about this Wi-Fi around here. Not saying any names, Spectrum. We're not going to call out anybody, Spectrum. We're not going to say we have any problems with a certain company called... I'm not saying any names, Spectrum, but... every time it rains, the Wi-Fi goes out. Hey, I got an idea. Why don't you take a little saran wrap? Why don't you take a little plastic wrap? Why don't you, make like a little tinfoil hoodie and put it over the main control system? Put it over, what do you call it? The main station area. Put it over the electronic thing that's getting wet, the main station, so it doesn't have all this kind of, doesn't freak out around the whole entire city every time it rains. Just a thought, just an idea, just some kind of layer. You talk about AI, artificial intelligence, and all this stuff that's going to take over and all that. You know how we stop it? Pour water on it. That's how. What do you mean? Yeah, pour water on any of your electronics and let me know how that works out. Let me know how well the electronic device is working after you dump water all over it. Same thing when it rains over here. The Wi-Fi goes out for some reason. Craziness, too funny. Why don't you get some of that non-stick aluminum foil, put it over the thing so we don't have a problem with our thing. You got it? So we're walking in the rain yesterday because we got stuck. We walked to the old mailbox just to check it until somebody new moves into the old place. I'm going to keep checking the mailbox just to make sure we don't miss anything. So far, seems to be on track with the address change. Takes a while, but some marketing people can't seem to get enough, and they keep sending it to the old place. All you're doing is wasting paper. Why they keep putting these inserts of the junk mail still inside? I notified them. I told them. I told the post person, you don't have to do that anymore. I'm not there anymore. So we went and checked it today. What do you know? Newspaper, junk mail, coupons and stuff. We don't need it. For example, before I get into the rain story, I get credit card offer from Chase Bank. New business offer. You're pre-approved. You're pre-selected. You're on the gold list and the premium list. We've specially selected you for this special promotion that you've been pre-selected and pre-approved for. So please fill it out and send it in, and you get all these fancy points, and you get miles, and you get this, and you get that. Turns out I fill it out so they can deny it. That's right. I fill it out so they can deny it, because if you do too many applications within like a 2-year period, according to Chase, 24 months equals 2 years. Last time I checked, you get denied. So if you know that ahead of time, and I'm on all these other lists, why don't you check the who's in the 2-year list and don't send them a pre-approved? Because if they're not pre-approved and we're not pre-selected and we're not on your hey, you're a good boy list, don't send it. Don't give us the temptation, because if you do a hard inquiry, by the way, Chase, it stays on our credit for 2 years. Speaking of 2 years, we have a 2-year rule. You know what it is? Don't send us anything for 2 years. This way, when we do get something from you, we know it's already past the 2-year rule, and we don't have a problem and get denied, so we have something stay in our credit, a hard inquiry. For how long? 2 years. What'd he say? 2 years. Okay, so we're walking to the old office. We check the old mailbox, and we always like to visit, maybe get a little bit of candy from the candy jar. Sometimes Bodi gets a little dog biscuit. They got treats in there for Bodi, and we get to say hi to the old manager, assistant manager, and it's one of those old warm fuzzies because we were there for over 9 years. So we go because the rain stopped. Right? It starts to get cloudy again. I'm looking on my phone at the weather reports, and it looked pretty good. So, as the clouds started getting darker, the assistant manager says to me, "You think you're going to get stuck in the rain?" I'm like, "No, we're done. We're supposed to be done according to the weather report. Looks like it's going to be okay." Let me tell you something. Not only did the sky open up worse than the one that happened already, but it was like 3 times harder. And we're in the middle, and we're zigzagging through these apartment complexes, and we're going down the hallways, and we're finding shelter, and we go across the one thing, over the river and through the woods. And we pull in a little hallway to wait for things to calm down a little bit. As they do, we make another move. We're kind of like apartment building jumping from one section to the next until we get all the way back to our place again. It's quite a few blocks, by the way, so this is no easy feat in the rain. Well, we've been stuck in the rain many times, and we pull it off. But as we're going building jumping, I get between these 2 cars, and I go, "Come on, Bodi," and I squeeze through them, and I step right in a puddle. It just so happens the puddle is one of those puddles that's deceiving. It looks kind of shallow, but then when you stick your foot in it, I don't know, it's 3 feet deep. Nice going there, puddle jumper. Nice going. So no, I didn't have my plastic galosh high boots on. Okay, I had my regular sneakers, so I just went plunging into the abyss with the puddle that looked like it was half a foot and was like 3 feet deep. So what do you know? Behind me, after I was like, "You gotta be kidding me." Okay, because we were doing so well up to that point. Bodi comes through. This guy comes in a bicycle. He's pulling his bicycle upstairs, and he's got one of these cool electric bikes with the little fat tires on them, and he flies around the neighborhood on this thing. And we're both laughing at each other because he was like, it was just sunny, like, I don't know, 15 minutes ago. I'm like, I know. And I just stepped in a deep puddle, and he's laughing at me. I'm laughing at him. Bodi's looking at both of us like, "Hey, what are you guys doing over here? We got to get home." So we building jumped, and then we went for it again, and we stopped. Bodi went into the bathroom in the middle of the downpour like you wouldn't believe. Doesn't stop her. You gotta go. So we see the laundry area, and we run into the laundry area, and we park it there. So we get in there, and the acoustics in the laundry area with the door closed is like the echoing like crazy. Bodi already hates the thunder. And now we get the thunder is happening. We're stuck in this laundry room. And Bodi is like shaking. She's terrified. And then car alarms start going off. Other alarms start going off. This beeping starts from one of the washer or dryer timers got set off, and we're looking at each other, and Bodi's looking at me like, "Oh, really? Really?" So we got stuck there for about, I don't know, probably 30 minutes. 30 minutes, and it finally calmed down. The skies opened up. The sun started to shine a little bit through the clouds, and we made it back to the house. Unbelievable adventure. These are the fun adventures I have with Bodi. Yeah, it's a little bit kind of crazy and you get wet and all that stuff, but hey, listen, things could be a lot worse. We enjoy our little adventures, and that's the whole thing with DeanBodi. That's how we do it. She's the good girl, Bodi. She's the best girl in the world. Oh, yeah, the good girl, Bodi. Yeah, the best girl in the world. Oh, yeah. DeanBodi.com. 800-878-9698. Bodi Hotline Fun Line. You can call it. You can text it. Say something fun. Say your name, where you're from. Make up a name. Make up where you're from. And we'll say it on the show. You'll know it's you because you made it up. And we'll have a little fun time just playing this make-up game if you want to. Sing your Zippity Doo-Dah song. That would be good. Bodi's the greatest. Oh, man. Making it. We're on the show, not faking it. No more faking it. DeanBodi show is making it. DeanBodi, yeah. So look, is autumn and fall the same? Is fall and autumn the same? You know, let me tell you, for the longest time, I didn't know what autumn really was. I knew it was like, okay, a cool time of the year. That's when the leaves look the coolest. But that happens in the fall. So when is the autumn? And what's going on with the autumn? It turns out it's really interchangeable, fall and autumn. Can we just use one name? Can we stop with all the trickery? Can we stop the daylight savings time and turn your clocks back, turn them forward? All this fall back and spring forward. Wow, it sounds very cute, but it's kind of a pain in the torres. Okay? So look, all of this stuff in the lingo, the fall and the autumn and the fall, the same. I'm looking for a sheet set for my bed. And I'm looking at all these different sizes. And I'm looking at sham covers. And I'm looking at a mattress, a bed skirt, and sham covers, and all of these things in the twin size, and the full size, and the queen size, and the king size, and the oversized. The bedding people, with all of their names to all of their things, I don't even know what half of them are. A skirt, a sham, a duvet cover. Listen, small, medium, large, extra large. Done. They're like the Starbucks of the bedding world. You know, Starbucks can't use small, medium, and large. They got to go tall. They got to go grande. They got to go... Enough with the confusion, okay? Autumn and fall and shams and tall, big and small. They got it all. So anyways, it was making me a little nutty. So all of these things are a little goofy. Not quite as crazy as, the Pro Health mouthwash, and I get the alcohol-free, by the way, that's leaving little blue dots on my tongue after I do the mouthwash. Who's making this stuff? Okay, look, this is your full-time job, making a nice, healthy mouth rinse so you have fresh breath and healthy gums and a clean tongue and all that stuff. And after you gargle, it rinses clean and you look all nice and shiny and white and fresh. Not little blue dotted pellets all over my tongue. Not good. So I got to do a rinse after the rinse a couple times to wash off what's supposed to be already washed off. Listerine, by the way, not only do they do a couple new flavors and the alcohol-free, the rose, marigold, whatever rinse they got the other one that's the clean, Pacific, whatever rinse. No blue pellets on there. You know why? Because Listerine has been in the game a long time. Listerine has been around, okay? Listerine is killing all the germs. And no blue pellets on the tongue. Who needs that? So that's what I'm going through with the mouthwashes and things. And this is the experiments that I do. Let me run through my kind of whole mouth clean thing that I do from time to time. Maybe it'll help somebody. Maybe you'll try your little thing. Look at your tongue. If you got blue dots on your tongue after your mouthwash, not a good one, okay? Nobody needs that kind of look. So I'll use the plaques, P-L-A-X, and I'll do a nice swish around with the plaques, and it loosens up the plaque and all the tartar and things. Then after that, I'll put the whole mouth clean from Arm & Hammer on the brush, and I'll do a little brushy brush all over and do the brush and brush the tongue and the whole 9 yards and the underneath and the above and around we go. right? After that, then I'm going to do the a rinse with the water. That's what I'm doing next. A nice rinse. Let's get all the toothpaste out. And then I'll grab the Listerine, do a nice little rinse of that. Done. Whole mouth clean, super fresh clean. And that's how we roll. Sometimes we'll floss. Sometimes we don't. It depends. But that's kind of the regimen that I like to do. One less trip to the dentist. So let me tell you, let's go see what's going on over here, DeanBodi Show, because we got a few things to talk about over here. And zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay, my oh my, what a wonderful day. There's plenty of sunshine, it's heading our way. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay, oh yeah. Oh man, Poopy on the thumb, oh yeah, and cinnamon toothpicks. Hey, everything is not necessarily some things. And something is not necessarily everything. Now, if you got something, you're not going to have everything, right? But you got some things. If you have everything, you have something as well. But some things might not be included in your everything as opposed to somebody else's everything. So, just because you think you have everything doesn't mean you have some things. You might not have a something or two. Now, if you have some things, you definitely don't have everything, but you got some things. Just wanted to say that. And that being said, as I was walking Bodi around the neighborhood the other day and she did a number 2, or as we say, she took a poopy, I always wipe her toches. Because nobody wants, just in case we're going to go for a further walk, you don't want little crusties and uncomfortablenesses in that area. So I do her a favor. And I'll, take a paper towel in half and I'll do a nice dab on there with some pressure and I'll fold it up in a little roll and I'll do a little, circular motion and try to get it the best that I can just so she has a nicer walk on the way home and there's nothing hanging or dragging or, getting in the way of whatever. But this time something happened where my thumb went sideways. And I got some, on the you-know-who. And thank God I carry these eyeglass wipes with the alcohol wipes with me. Because I had to do a whole cleanup on my right thumb that was like, and I'm looking around to see if anybody sees. I think that's the first time in almost 8 years that's happened. I don't know, a lot on the brain, and I just went this way, and that went that way, and I had it all over my thumb. What are you going to do? I love Bodi. Bodi loves me. I did a cleanup. We made it back, and I did another washy wash and got it all dialed in again. But, hey, accidents happen when you try and sometimes do a little extra. Sometimes a little extra happens to you. What are you going to do? Anyway, that being said, because you had to be a big shot, did ya? Everybody's looking out. You had to be a big shot, did ya? All your friends were so knocked out. You had to have the last word last night. So much fun to be around. You had to have the white hat spotlight. You had to be a big shot last night. Oh yeah. Come on, baby. So, I hope you're having a great day out there. And you listen, sing your Zippity Doo-Dah song. You don't have to know the words. You don't have to whatever. I think I messed up the words with Billy Joel. As a matter of fact, I know that I did in the beginning. But you got to roll with it. We keep moving forward here, DeanBodi Show. We like the rough edges. We keep doing it, and that's the way it goes because that's real life. Nothing's all polished and shiny all the time. You got to move with it. You got to run with it. So, remember, watch out for all the betting, the names and all that stuff. Don't get confused. Don't worry about if it's fall or autumn. Just keep moving down the road, and we'll just do our thing over here, DeanBodi Show. Have an awesome day. I love my Bodi. She's the greatest. Remember, DeanBodi.com is the website. Please don't forget to click the like. Please subscribe. Share this with a friend. And don't forget to ring that notification bell. You don't want to miss any of these shows. DeanBodi.com. We got the links on there. I want to get you over to the podcast, the other one over to the YouTube channel. Check that out. Check out the YouTube channel. You want to see it. A lot of fun stuff going on over there. Bodi's the greatest, the best girl in the whole world. Have an awesome day. DeanBodi.com. Oh, yeah.